Go, tally ho, yibbity dap and zing zang spillit.
Right, I've changed something. I got rid of the life support. Yeah, when we start after Minmus, which was only in the next couple of streams, we're going to start doing junior and even things. Now, if we have to keep worrying about life support, it's going to get a little bit fiddly for when we do junior and eve, because it takes the best part of a year to get a Kerbal to junior. So we're going to need to send life support to junior for a surface landing, so it's there for ready. Then we're going to need to send life support in orbit around junior. We're going to need to send a big ship to carry all the life support to get to Juna. Now once it's all there, we're going to need to continue feeding life support to the Kerbals that are there. And while we're worrying about all of that, we're also going to have to worry about life support for the Kerbals on the Moon and life support for Kerbals on Minmus. So I think you can see where it's going. It's going to start snowballing. So I've got rid of life support, and I hope everyone's okay with that. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's get to Minmus. But I've modified everything, because this is what is very similar to the moon station, other than it's not got life support because we don't need it anymore. Maybe what we're going to do, we are going to future-proof it, in that we're going to put a docking port senior down here. But I think what we need to do, if I get an empty tank, because we still need the ability to dock craft. And you know what? I think what I'm going to change is this. I know that the cupola is a good module. I'm going to put that. I'm going to put put an extension on it. So this little tank. Oh, it's doing that thing, isn't it? Get off. No, we put that on there. There we go. So that'll be our main docking. There we go. There's a docking port senior, and what? Oh, let's turn it the right way around. And then that allows us to dock other modules, but with that size docking port, you don't get that wobble. You know, that horrendous wobble that you get when you're joining things together. I want to try and avoid that. Hopefully the tank doesn't explode this time. Well, another unsmooth separation, however. It's fine because nothing broke. F5. Let's start. And ditch the fairing, because that's just dead weight now. It's nuts, isn't it? We're nearly in orbit and we're only just about to lose the first stage. This is apart from they're stowed away, didn't they? Husky, welcome. We are putting a station in Minmus, but it hasn't been without its problems. There it is. Oh, no, 890. That's not too bad. Let's just see what that encounter is. A very, very polar one. No white splits. It's not manned. It's not manned because it isn't. And we are going to use the shuttle to crew this station. So by the end of the stream, hopefully, we will have this crewed up. So we'll get this in orbit around Minmus, and then we'll get a crew. We'll get a crew. And the nice thing is you don't have to worry about life support, which completely mucked up the last stream, because we nearly killed the guys. We had to do a direct abort from Minmus, and although it worked, we didn't achieve what we wanted to. Not first time, anyway. Right, F5, we have our Minmus encounter. Yeah, DDS loader and active texture management, win for kill. Active texture management, there's two grades of it. There's the normal and there's aggressive. Start with the normal first, and that will change all of your files, the texture files, so that they don't take up so much memory, and that can make a huge difference. Top tip when you're using active texture management, and it gets a lot of people, is when you load KSP for the first time after installing it. This is probably information overload now, but the first time you load KSP after installing active texture management, you will see the loading bar as normal, and then it will stop. And it will stop on one file, and it will stop there for ages. And then 10 minutes later, it might then switch to another file. And people think it's crashed and it's hanging. Thank you, loving the music. Chip tunes. Inspiration from Daz Valdez. He's another one to follow. He's down in the, if you scroll down to the video channel, the descriptions, he's in there somewhere. He's a good one. Yeah, when you load Active Texture Management, start KSP, go away and watch a TV program for half an hour to an hour, and then come back to it. And you come back to it, you might see that it's crashed. That's fine. Load it again. Go away, watch another TV program. It can take hours to load it. It really can. And people think it's crashed and it's hanging. It's not. It's not. It really isn't. It's just doing what it does. And if it does crash, it'll bin out, and you'll probably have a crash icon saying KSP has crashed. Just OK it and load it again, and keep doing that until it loads fully. And eventually, it will do. It really will. Mine literally takes 3 hours to run Active Texture. Yeah, Thunder God just said it. It takes him 3 hours to pay. I think we were nearly at the moving node, weren't we? Estimated burn, NA. Why is it not recognised? Probably because I F5'd. Sorry, F9'd. Right, get on that manoeuvre node. It might be worth hanging on to this stage as well, because we're going to have fuel left in this. I don't know what we'd use it for. I think I've already decided, looking at this, that any Minmus lander we have is going to be RCS driven, with these RCS tanks. How's that? Oh, look at that. If that's wobbling like that, that's pretty much perfect, isn't it? So, right, guys, we're at Minmus, and we've got 738 meters per second delta V left in this stage. I don't want to jettison it. It's got loads of fuel left in it. We can use that. I don't know what for. We can use that. Let's leave it on there. Right, space station. Right, we got our station in orbit. We got our station in orbit. Kyler1224, welcome to the stream. I love this game too. I think we're all here for. All have a common interest. We've just put a space station around Minmus. Now we need to get Kerbals there. Question is, what Kerbals do we have left? So where is Space Shuttle? Space Shuttle 3. Space Shuttle 3 is our Minmus transfer. There is right. The problem is, I don't know. Have we got any Kerbals left? Oh, we've got Pelets and Husky and Stain. RCS is off. F5. Get the launch tower back. Right. Oh, so that's behaving differently. Right, boosters. There go the boosters. So Apple-Apps. We'll cut that out at 80, I think. Okay, right, I now have to gimbal the engines to keep the centre of, or to keep the craft pointing forwards. If we try and burn fuel with the main tank empty, so the shuttle is carrying the main tank, it's a hell of a waste. We're going to try and avoid that. Now there's orbit. That'll do. That's us in orbit. Right, Husky got us to orbit, and that was pretty smooth. Let's F5. That was pretty smooth. There it is. There we go. We've got one. 924. So the delta V is a bit high. A Minmus encounter is fine. It doesn't matter what encounter we get as long as we get one. So we're going to keep that. Let's get the manoeuvre node. 23 minutes till the burn. Right, that should do. Let's F5 there and go. The shuttle, are we? Pretty much there. So this will just suddenly stop. Okay. Jettison the tank. Off that goes. Now if we just unlock the back ones to finish the burn off. Why you no work? Ah, just need to reactivate the engines. See how that's changing our inclination? And stop. That is close enough. That's close enough, that's fine. Next thing, bring this down to an orbit. And then we'll set up our encounter then. Our rendezvous. You're going to give me one here. It might actually. Yes, it will. Right, there we go. So there's the station. Let's kill our velocity. Of course, with respect to the target. Now we want to go point towards the target again. Right, slow down. Slow down. Uh-oh. Oh, I can bring this back. Boom. How about that? First attempt. Okay, so, right, crew members. Alight. Who's here? Kyle. Kyle's gone. Kyle's gone, isn't he? Yeah, Kyle's gone to bed. Dan, you're still there, aren't you? Right, Dan, you are there. Kyle was the last one in the stream. He's in there. Ghost Rider and Peliach. These guys won't know it yet, but they are in the main tank. And there we go. Cool. Right, guys, thank you very much, and I will see you next time. All the best.